Amazing beautiful people, and welcome back to another Taylor Swift reaction video. So, before I even jump into this one, I feel like I need to address something. Yes, the office is different. I've moved offices, I'm in a brand new office, this is a completely new setup, so please bear with me over the next couple of weeks while I'm getting everything set up. The audio may be a bit more echoey than it usually is. This room seems a bit more bouncy than the last one. I thought it was actually going to be better, but it seems worse. It will improve as I fill out this room with more stuff. It will stop some of that echo. However, if it doesn't improve, I might have to use a different mic for recording. Let me know what you think about the audio. Hopefully I've lined the camera up well. It seemed like it was fine. So yeah, I just want to apologize if there's any weird technical things with this video. They will improve over the next couple of weeks. Bear with me, pretty please. Also, this one I'm a little bit terrified about. So my good friend and Taylor Swift guru, Jamie, who has been sending me down this rabbit hole, has been introducing me to Taylor Swift, been holding my hand and guiding me, along with a lot of you as well in the comment sections, sent me this one herself and said this one is for my little babies. And she means my two sons. I've got a son who's 1.5 years and a son who just turned 4 a few days ago. And she said this one is for them. So she knows how to pull on my heartstrings. I'm a little bit terrified about this one. I'm going to be honest. I'll be honest. Also, I apologize, the lighting's weird as well. I haven't had time to set up the lighting. That will be set up for the next recording session. Yeah, I'm scared. I'm going to stop talking. Also, thank you so much for subscribing. I cannot believe how many people have subscribed to the channel since we've been doing these Taylor Swift reactions. How many Swifties are joining me on this journey, and I just want to say thank you so much. You have all been so freaking kind to me. I don't know why I do to deserve it, but just thank you so much for being just so welcoming. You guys have made this so much fun. Anyway, let's jump into my first time ever reaction to Taylor Swift, Invisible Strings.
Green was the color of the grass where I used to read in Centennial Park. I used to think I would meet somebody there. Teal was the color of your shirt when you were 16 at the yogurt shop. You used to work out to make a little money. Time, curious time, give me no compasses, give me no signs. Were there clues I didn't see?
Based on the lyrics so far, maybe Jamie was talking about a different song. Maybe I've got the songs mixed up here. So far, I'm not really seeing any kind of things that would make me think of my kids. I don't know. Am I just interpreting this wrong? I might be thinking of a different song. Jamie might be yelling at me right now, going, "You're wrong song, wrong song." Not wrong song to react to, but wrong song that she said that to. She said that I need to react to this one next. Also, the Long Pond studio sessions, I love them so much. I love them so much. You just got Taylor's just sitting there so calm and relaxed, and literally just looks it's such a natural setting. It's one of my favorite studio sessions I've ever seen. The guitar on this is great.
Isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me? That was the blood of the song in the cab on your first trip to LA. You ate at my favorite spot for dinner. Boy, I looked like an American singer.
This is some of my favorite vocals from Taylor Swift so far. I think she sounds stunning on this. And I don't mean it's like one of her more vocally complicated songs, you know, that we've seen her do, where she's just hitting these incredible notes and just putting all her vocal strain into the songs. But just something about this I really like. It feels just very intimate, very personal. I really love how she sounds, almost whispering to us. I don't know what it is about this song, but I love her voice so much on this one. I love how she sounds.
Mystical time, cutting me open, then healing me fine. Were there clues I didn't see? And isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me?
Oh, I love that part.
Ooh.
reminded me of a lot actually is Stevie Nicks, Fleetwood Mac, a Landslide, that sort of style, you know, with the acoustic guitar and the softer sort of style. It's giving me sort of like vibes of that song. That's a song that will always just make me cry no matter what. And I'm getting a similar sort of feeling, like in my chest, like eyes welling up. And every time she does that me in the chorus, I'm just getting goosebumps every single time. Oh my god! I really like this one. I really like this one.
Out of all the wrong arms, right into that dive bar.
I really love the lyrics as well.
Something
and the meaning.
wrapped all up my past mistakes in barbed wire. Chains around my demons, wool to break the seasons. One single thread of gold, tie me to you. Cold was the steel of my axe to grind for the boys who broke my heart. Now I stand there big when I showed you around Centennial Park. Hell was the journey, but it brought me.
I've noticed this a lot with Taylor. When she performs these songs, when she's singing, and you like look at how she's acting and her facial expressions and everything around that, do you do you notice that it feels like recollection? She's like smiling as she's singing it. It like, I don't know. It's almost like when someone tells you a story, and, you know, they're like, oh, you know, a few years ago I went to this place, I did this, I met these people, and they're telling you this story. And you can like see them remembering the story on their face as their facial expressions change as they're explaining it to you. Taylor delivers a song the same way someone would tell you a story with those same sort of facial expressions and emotions and stuff like that. I can be honest, I don't know if I've ever seen another solo performer do this, ever. I can't think of another example. I can't compare it to anyone, which is why I'm struggling to explain what it is. Hopefully you guys understand what I mean.
Time, wonder is time. Give me the blues and that purple pink sky.
Oh, voice.
And it's cool,
Oh,
baby,
voice.
with me. And isn't it just so pretty to think all along there was some invisible string tying you to me.
I think I've got to react to every single song from this studio session. I do. I just do. Everyone I've reacted to so far, I've enjoyed so much. I'm gonna do it. I've got to do it. Also, isn't the movie out now as well? By the time this video goes live, I think the movie should be out, right? A lot of people have told me to watch the movie. There's a few songs I know people want me to react to. And we have to work out what the best way to do it is, because I don't want to watch the movie and then do a reaction to the songs, and then you guys don't get my first time reaction. So I'm going to have to work out how to do that, make it work. Is that so? It was literally just done there. It was literally, what is it? I do apologize because I imagine some of you have actually explained what this is before. But what is it? Is it hers? For some reason in my head, and I'm probably completely wrong with this one, but in my head I just imagine that's just her like cabin she's got at the bottom of her garden or something like that. And because the way the Long Pond studio sessions has felt, every single reaction I've done so far to it has felt like Taylor's just like this is the image I have in my head, and you know what? I'm gonna keep this image in my head no matter what the true story is. But it feels like like Taylor just woke up, you know, made herself like a nice cup of like some sort of hot drink. I don't know if she's a big coffee drinker, but like some sort of like, you know, nice hot drink, and it was a little bit chilly, and you know she's put her like, you know, like checkered shirt on because it's a bit warmer, a bit thicker, and out she goes like, you know, like down her garden, walking down with the coffee. Goes to like the cabin at the bottom of the garden, and there she's like, morning everybody, morning, and sits down and just starts singing. That's what it feels like. Like, that's the energy that this presents. It doesn't feel like with studio sessions I've reacted to before, you have kind of like a feel and a vibe that like is way more professional. I know that's gonna sound really wrong, but I can't think of a better word. You know, where it's like they're all dressed up, they're making like a massive effort, and like the studio is like very professional, very like great, like a proper studio. This doesn't feel like that. And again, maybe I'm gonna get some like flack for saying this one feels less professional, but it does. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in a really good way, like a very different way. It feels more personal, more homely, more like friendly. Like, does that make sense? Like, there's something so natural about this. It doesn't feel like a studio session like where so much effort's been put into it. And again, I feel like I'm just digging myself a hole saying things like this, but it doesn't. It really just feels like it's so calm and natural to her. You know, it feels like she's doing this in her living room. Like, that's what I mean. It like has this very like personal vibe to it that I've never ever experienced or seen before with a studio session. I hope that makes sense when I'm explaining it, because that is the best way I can explain it. And I know some people might be like, how dare you say it's not professional and this sort of stuff. And I like, if that's the case, I do apologize, but those are the best words I can think of. With a studio session I've reacted to before, it feels like people have gone to like this crazy, amazing studio in the city. They're wearing their best outfit. They're looking fantastic, and off they go, right? They've had a makeup team, clothing designers, everything, right? And they're in this incredible studio in New York City. This doesn't feel like that. This feels like Taylor's just woken up, walked downstairs, sat down in her living room, and is just naturally Taylor Swift, you know, naturally perfect. Like, that's what it felt like. And that is why I love it so much. That's why it's like, I've never reacted to studio sessions like this before. And I think that's why I'm enjoying them so much. It just feels so natural. It's crazy. It's so good. It's a beautiful song. I think this one would be really cool on stage as well. I'd love to see how the crowd is. I can just imagine Taylor just sitting on stage, acoustic guitar, and just delivering a performance like this, and how beautiful and subtle it must be. It's amazing when the more songs of hers you listen to, the more you understand and realize how massive her catalogue is, how there is something for everyone. And I'm really seeing that. The more I go down this rabbit hole, the more diversity I'm seeing in her music, the more I'm just mind blown by how many different styles and genres she actually does. She's just blowing my mind every single step of the way. This is one of my favorite vocal songs from her. How her voice sounded on this one, absolutely freaking loved it. Anyway, my friends, I really hope you enjoyed this reaction. If it isn't obvious by now, I feel like it should be stated, and I don't know if I'm saying this too early, but I feel like I need to anyway. I feel like I'm saying all the things that like warrant this, right? And I just want to say, Taylor Swift's music has made me a fan, and this is something I'm noticing when it comes to new music I react to and new communities I become part of. The music itself is what makes me a fan of that artist, but the community, that's what makes me part of the fan base. So with BTS, when I fell down the BTS rabbit hole and fell in love with them, I said it was BTS's music that like made me a fan, but it was ARMY and BTS's personality that made me ARMY. And with Taylor Swift, her music has made me a fan, but with the Swifties and with checking out the Taylor Swift like fan interactions and her personality and everything she does, that's what made me a Swiftie. That's what did it. You guys. So hopefully you all, hopefully I'm not, I don't know, I feel like I am. I really like her. I just am. I'm just smiling all the time now when I do these reactions and cry. I just really enjoy it. So I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for such a warm welcome. And yeah, I hope wherever you are in the world, you just have a fantastic Christmas. And if you don't celebrate it, an amazing holiday season. And if you don't celebrate anything, I just hope you have a nice dinner. Have yourself a nice dinner. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for supporting me, for liking the videos, for subscribing, for getting me so close to that 400k goal. I don't think we'll hit it. We don't have enough time. But I never thought I'd be this close. And it was a dream goal to begin with. And you guys, if it wasn't for Swifties, I wouldn't even be anywhere near it. So from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. You guys are wonderful. Have an amazing day. And as always, my friends, you right there will see me in the next